This is a video for anybody who was gone for page 19, which we did in class today, and we're going to do it in class tomorrow as well. So this is, again, page 19, and we're going to start with the problems that are combining like terms. Okay, so over here, I know mine is lined paper, yours is not. I wrote this in, but it's the same questions from page 19. So get yourself to page 19, and we'll start on the first question. The first step is always to go ahead and draw a line down the equals. Draw a nice big long line because this problem, it's going to take us a few steps. Typically, what we tried to do, so before today, we were telling ourselves we needed to undo any addition or subtraction, or basically we need to get rid of the number without the x. So that's what we were telling ourselves to do before today. But the unfortunate part is if you look at this problem, so look on the side where the x is, which is this side here, there are two plus and minuses. There's a minus here and a plus here. Which one do I get rid of first? So we've added a step in front of this step today, where before we do this, this is going to be our step 2. Before we do that, we are going to combine like terms. So if there are any x's, we're going to put the x's together. If there's any numbers, we're going to put the numbers together. They do have to be on the same side, though. When we combine things, we have to do it on the same side. Same side. So keep that in mind, that we're doing it on the same side. Okay, so on the side of the x, which is the side over here, are there any two things that you can put together? Well, the 17x and the 11x, I can put those two together because they both have an x on them. So I'm going to take these two, put those two together, 17 minus 11. Notice I'm not doing the opposite. Okay, so we're going to combine those like terms. Things that are on the same side we can put together. Let's put them together. Let's clean this up a bit. That's going to be a 6x. So I've taken care of these two. I still have this plus 8 equals, now bring down the 20. This puts us right back to where we were last week when we were solving two-step equations. So now I'm going to undo the plus minus. So this plus 8, I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. So bring back my good old-fashioned elementary school addition problems. The 6x comes straight down. These cancel each other out, so I don't write anything here. And then that is 12. Then my last step, step 3, is to undo any multiplication or division. This is multiplication, so I'm going to do the opposite and divide. So x equals 12 divided by 6 is 2. Okay, we're going to go a little bit out of order, and we're going to go down to problem C. So if any of that didn't make sense, go ahead and rewind the video, watch it again. Maybe seeing it again will help out. Maybe not. But at this point, it's not concerning if it's not coming to you right away. It's okay. Draw my line. On the side where the x is, that's this side. So don't worry about this 13. Don't do anything with that right now. On this side over here, is there any other x? No. So I actually don't have two x's to combine this time, but I do have two non-x's to combine this time. So if I put those two things together, and I'm not going to do 25 plus, because that plus belongs to the 7. So I can't use that plus. 25 minus 10, which is 15. Bring down my plus 7x, equal sign right on that line. And what's over here? 13. Okay, so step 1, did I combine my like terms? Yep. I did that first. Step 2 is to undo any plus or minus. So this x right here, I'm not getting rid of the 7 yet. I'm getting rid of the other number. So not the x number, get rid of the other number first. Because this is a positive 15, I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. Okay, bring back my good old-fashioned elementary school addition type problem, or in this case, subtraction. 13 minus 15 is negative 2. Equal sign right on that line. These cancel each other out. That's the whole point. If they don't, we are in trouble. And then bring down your 7x. We are in trouble here because this doesn't come out to be an easy peasy number. And the reason that we want to have decimals or fractions sometimes is because then we know for sure you know what number you should be dividing by. Sometimes when we get to this point, we just say, oh, the answer is, and we don't think about what we're actually doing. So we want to make sure that you actually know which number you should be dividing both sides by. So I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by the number that's next to x. So I'm going to do my last step, which is undo any multiplication or division by dividing by the number in front of x. So my 7's cancel out here. What I would type into my calculator is negative 2 divided by 7, and it's ugly. It's an ugly number, which is totally fine. So x on this side equals. Now you can use that crazy ugly decimal, or any time it doesn't come out as a nice easy peasy number, you go ahead and just leave the fraction. Okay. So yes, you can go ahead and make this a decimal. This decimal is not pretty and it is not nice. You get negative 2.857. Okay, you could do that. Negative 0.29 if I round. Or you can leave it as the fraction. I tend to like the fraction better, only because it's cleaner and it's nicer. That is day 1 notes, and for day 2 notes, we're just going to continue on to the other side. Okay, right at 9 minutes here, we're going to start on day 2. So we're going to do these problems on the right-hand side for day 2, page 19. So step 1, combine like terms on the same side of the equals. So there's your equal sign. I'm going to go to the side where the x's are and combine like terms. This time my like terms are my x's, so I'll put those two together. 8 minus 3 is 5x. Bring down the minus 10. Bring down the 20. I'm going to get rid of my plus or minus, so we're right back to where we were last week. So we're going to get rid of this minus 10 by doing plus 10. Bring in my line. Nothing under that 5x. The minus 10 plus 10 cancels out. 20 and 10 is 30. Last step, divide by 5. And x equals 6. Okay, let's try another one here where our like terms are not the x's. Okay, so you're going to want to, so go ahead and draw my line here. You're going to want to just go ahead and plus 10 on both sides right away. But I really want you to try not to do that. We're going to combine like terms first and then work my way through the add and subtract part. So combine first. So over here, the two things that I want to combine are this positive 14 minus 10. So we'll put those two together. Positive 14 minus 10 is 4. Let's say positive 4. I still have my 6x that I'll bring down. And then I have my negative 32. Now to undo the addition and subtraction, I'm going to go minus 4. Sorry, this is really bright here. Zoom in here so it's not so bright. I'll go minus 4 on both sides. I'm going to type that into a calculator because with negatives, you know, you never know. So negative 32 minus 4 is negative, draw my line here, negative 36. 4's cancel out, bring down my 6x. When we did our assessment last week, a lot of us dropped our negative signs. So we missed a problem, not because we didn't know how to do it, but because we said the answer here was positive 6. If you just take the time to type that into a calculator, negative 36 divided by 6 is not 6, it's negative 6. And I think on our homework last week, what we were doing is just taking the answers that we got, and if they weren't right, we just put negative. So hopefully you know that when you take a negative number divided by a positive number, it is negative.